Wow, hey guys, welcome to our video for Friday. This video is a review. You know how much I love reviews. I've done a bunch, and I can say there's only been really one show that has stuck with me. Arcane. Arcane has been probably the best show that I have watched from last year to this year, or as normal people would say, in the past couple of months. There was a couple of other shows. The Flash is still ongoing. There's a new episode today. I gotta watch that. And, you know, there's also been Hitmonkey. There's been tons of other shows that I've been enjoying. Just Arcane has been the best one. The animation was great. Everything was great. And at the talk of the Oscars, I heard that Arcane wasn't even nominated a single time. Which, ouch. Rip Arcane. Arcane was considered really, really good. Really, really great animation. So it was quite sad. So I wanted to get into something else that looked like it had great art style. Great animation. And I've mentioned this in past videos. Or the videos this week. Tower of God would be that anime. Really, Tower of God was quite the shock to me. I didn't actually expect Tower of God to be, you know, in this list of animes that I would watch. Honestly, my favorite anime has stayed the same for the past couple of years, being No Game No Life and Senshin Budoyuruwa, the Bunny Girl Senpai show. Either way, I really enjoyed this show for a couple of things, but I also really disliked this show for a couple of things. I'm going to get into a sort of spoiler, sort of not spoiler review. I'm going to tell you guys when to skip ahead in the video so that you guys don't get spoiled. Okay, we're starting off with the bad stuff, because the bad stuff is spoiler-free. You're welcome, guys. I can actually, without spoiling, talk about the bad stuff. That's not great news, I will say. The bad stuff really stems from one big thing, in my opinion. The anime was really short. It was only 13 episodes, and they weren't that long episodes. They're normal, average anime length. But, again, of course, that might just be my feel, because I've been watching The Flash, which has 40 minutes episodes, or Arcane, which has 40 minutes episodes. So, you know. I'm continuing, though. So the episodes were really short, and I feel like I didn't get into the story enough. The characters. Some characters were really good, especially, in my opinion, my favorite character was Kun. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. Kun was, in my opinion, and will be forever known as my favorite character in the Tower of God. He was great. He was done great. He was mysterious, which that was sort of my problem for all the characters. You didn't really get to know much character backstories other than those two characters near the end. And, again, I'm not allowed to spoil in this part, but, you know, I didn't really care to learn about those two characters. They were probably some of my least favorite characters that were on that cast. So, yeah. The characters I really wish I could have connected with more. But all I really knew were the backstories of the two main characters, Rachel and Bam. I really wished I got to learn more about the characters, but all we really learned about is a tiny backstory of Bam and a tiny backstory of Rachel. It was not that great. I really wish I could have learned more about Kun. We got to hear a tiny bit on him during episode 3, 3. Yeah, episode 3. We got to hear a tiny bit of backstory on him, but it was very, it was very tiny for backstory-wise. So, yeah, that was my first gripe. The characters weren't fleshed out enough. And that might have been because the anime itself was quite short, with 13 episodes. Or it might be because the webtoon itself doesn't actually do much for the characters yet. I have started reading a couple of the chapters of the webtoon itself, and again, I much prefer the anime adaptation. But, I'm gonna get to the point where the anime ends so I can continue and give a full-on review of the entire series. Okay, moving on to my second gripe. This is less for the final episode and more for the rest of the episodes. I felt like the music was never right. Sometimes they would play really calm or upbeat, funky music while the characters are fighting or sitting down. There would be upbeat music like, oh my gosh, they're sitting down. Or when they're fighting, oh my gosh, they're fighting. But this is some smooth jazz, baby. I didn't really understand that. And that gripe really ended during the final episode where I was like, ooh, this music is actually pretty okay. And during sad scenes, they had a great song for that. But for the rest, the opening sort of sucked, the ending sort of sucked, the music sort of sucked. Yeah, that was probably one of my biggest gripes, along with the fact that the characters weren't fleshed out that much. I actually sort of have a script on this, by the way, guys. This is like, I actually wrote a sort of review in my Discord, for the good and bads. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so that was basically both of my bads. If you guys don't want to get spoiled, I'd suggest stopping here and moving to the time point that will appear on the screen, or my voice. I will probably just go back after saying this and, of course, say it again. See ya. If you don't want any spoilers, skip to around 13 minutes, 14 seconds, okay? 13 minutes, 14 seconds if you want no spoilers. Don't get mad at me if you get spoiled. Bye. Okay, time for the good stuff. By the way, this is spoilers, so you've been warned. But this show, in my opinion, is a 7.5 out of 10. You'll hear me say that at the end. And a lot of people did not like this anime, which is why it's quite controversial. So that's why, if you guys don't care to watch the anime, I'd suggest you guys listen to this part. The start of the anime was clunky. It was really clunky, and I know this is sort of a gripe, but it's sort of clunky. You sort of don't understand, and it puts you in immediately. The webtoon definitely does better, this part better, as it starts introducing the characters much sooner and shows different character point of views instead of just Bam's. And I much prefer that over just Bam's. Bam was probably one of my least favorite characters in the entire show, but that just might be some main character and Coon bias. But either way, the great stuff about this show was definitely the villain. The villain was great, and the twist I did sort of see coming, but I didn't think would actually happen. So, since this is spoiler, I will get into the villain. Rachel. Whew. Oh my gosh, it feels great to actually talk about how Rachel is the bad guy. Rachel was awful person. She was an awful person. And really, it was great to see that, she was actually the bad guy. I didn't actually really like the freaking sushi face guy or the yellow ponytail haired person. I But Rachel came out of the blue for me. Like, I was just watching it, I was like, they're gonna win. They're gonna climb to the Tower of God. Push! And it was like, what? Really? No way. Which is why I started reading the webtoon. I want to see what happens after he gets pushed straight off. And then it all falls into her plan too. She's like, as long as Bam's around, Bam will always be the star. I want to be the star. So I'm going to push him, kill him. And then all of his friends, since they all really like him, they will help me. They will be my friend. Which is sort of dumb, but it's so genius. It's like, what the frick? What the frick? Oh my gosh, what? What the heck happened? I was just shocked. I was just utterly shocked. It was, that was probably one of the best moments in the anime. When the twist just comes in like, bam! 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 And yes, Bam is the main character's name. I know. And it was great. It was awesome. Oh my gosh. The twist was great. I did not see it coming. Like, I sort of did, but I also didn't. You know, it was a great twist. It was a great twist. Now, the good stuff. Another good thing. The art style was amazing. Oh my gosh. I really liked the art style. It was a normal anime art style, but the eyes, it all fell down. The eyes felt so characteristic. I really liked the eyes and how they did everything, and it was much better than the Webtoon's art style. I'm sorry, Webtoon. I'm sorry. Okay. Another great thing was actually not actually a meh thing, but the story. The story was meh. It wasn't bad, nor was it great. Some parts can be incredibly confusing just because they want it to be, so they can be like, but ha! You thought you beat me, but you landed on my trap card. And yes, I know I'm saying that wrong. I've literally never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! In my entire life. And don't plan on watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Nor do I plan on watching Naruto, or freaking Beyblade, or freaking Pokemon, or freaking... What are the other children animes? I did watch Digimon and Pokemon and Beyblade as a kid, but, you know, who am I to judge what you guys watched as children? Either way, we're continuing on here. Yeah, but for the most part, that was all the good stuff. Now, I'm going to cut this part and say hello to the non-spoiler buddies. If you're back into this video, hey guys, it's me again. But this time I come with no spoils. And actually just that section, just without any spoilers. For you spoiler people, you can skip ahead to around the point where I say come back, or I'll give the time again here. Oh yeah, so for you non-spoiler people, I said my favorite parts were the villain, the art style, and the story was meh. There you go. You guys didn't really have to leave. I'm not going to put a time up for you guys anymore, because it was literally 3 seconds long. But yeah, I'm here to just conclude this video now, with my rating on it. If you watched the spoiler section, you would already know, but I rate this show a 7.5 out of 10. The story was meh. The music was meh. The characters were not fleshed out very well. The main character sort of sucked. The art style was amazing. The villain was amazing. Side characters were actually pretty good. And yeah, that's really all I can say about this anime. It was pretty average, 7.5 out of 10, really. The 0.5 really comes from art and villain. The rest just makes it average anime, you know. Main characters are usually not my favorite parts about animes. I don't really like Deku that much. I'll say, oh yeah, Deku's Deku. But, you know, who stole the show in that anime? Oh, Chaco and Bakugo for me. And for Demon Slayer, Zenitsu stole the show for me. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. 7.5 out of 10 for this. I didn't really get to giving it a out of 10 for the rest of the things, so let me do it now. For Arcane, we got a 9.9 out of 10. Literally the 1 point, because 10 would be perfect, and it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, because, in my opinion, it started a little slow. Gets good in the 4th episode. It's a little slow. Hitmonkey. I'm not sure if I did give reviews, but again, I'm gonna give them here, just an updated. Hitmonkey, a 7.5 out of 10. Another mediocre show. Then Cuphead Show, a 6.5 out of 10. Very mediocre show. Was not that good. And it was very funky. The Flash, 5 out of 10. It was really, 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 really average. And it's going on for too long, in my opinion. And yeah, that's all the things I've reviewed, right? Yeah. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed just gameplay footage of yesterday's video and the day before that's video of Dead by Daylight, just sped up, of course. I hope you guys enjoy that. See you all in the next video. Bye.